Bible translations.
That's interesting.
Lynn,
Mm-hmm.
the Sunday streaming of the service is, I think, excellently done. And I stream it here in the afternoon for residents that want it at Wellington. Just a general, not a terribly technical question, but to put the prayers and the hymns on the screen, is that the work of hours, or is it now rather easily done by you folks?
It doesn't take too long to do. Once the bulletin's done, it's just copy and pasting it into the software. So it doesn't take too long to do. And we have like 3 different people doing parts of it. So we all divide and conquer. So it doesn't take too long, but you can ask Stephen's one of the ones that moves and Nancy just started. She's there. They move the thing so you see the right words.
Yeah.
So
I used to come down on a Friday to get large print bulletins. Now I don't worry about that because the material is on the screen and it's excellent.
Are most churches doing what we're doing in terms of streaming services? Are they doing more or less, or what's happening out there?
People that I know, their churches are doing less. One of them I was surprised at has, like, as she described it, there'll be a sermon part and there'll be a scripture part, and you just click on different buttons on your screen and get the thing. So it's not, I think ours is the state of the art.
Is that because we have
Lynn?
That's right. We have Lynn.
Exactly.
we also, have the money to do it. We had a donor, in 2016 donate $25,000 to get us set up with 2 cameras. And we had another donor give us a soundboard just for mixing the live stream, which means that we can now do the contemporary service, which we couldn't have done pre-COVID before we got that streaming board. So we've had generous donors, and we actually had another donor donate the 2 more cameras. So we have 4 cameras in there. So we are very financially lucky compared to a lot of churches who don't have those resources. And we had all of this set up pre-COVID. And a lot of churches are playing catch up and trying to get cameras, and they're all sold out because COVID, and trying to train volunteers. So a lot of churches are struggling and they don't have the money because their congregations are smaller.
And we were already set up using older cameras to do things like wedding videos and things like that. So we already had people trained. So it wasn't a big transition to go from doing the production for a wedding to doing the production live for the church streaming.
Boy, think about what timing with this COVID thing that we're set to do this, because my goodness, it would have been, it made it so good, and we were set to do it where other people weren't. That's wonderful.
And we also have Bob and Glenn that stayed on and have done a fantastic job with getting the music done. Oh my gosh, that just, in fact, I think this is their first weekend they've had off since the pandemic.
August, they had August off.
Just 1 week or something in August. But anyway, it's worth it. I mean, they're just, it's amazing. That's what the people talk about from other churches. They say, I don't know how you're doing all that music. I mean, how he's scheduling it and getting people there and then having them do it. So it's,
Well, and we have archive footage, you know, we
Yes.
have 2 years or 3 years of archive videos. So we can pull out old hymns with, you know, we're going to see a video this week of a hymn that we sang in All Saints, you know, 2 years ago. So
That confuses me because I'm watching, then suddenly I'm in a time warp and there's all those people.
it is
for
a
goodness
little
sake,
disconcerting.
and nobody has a mask on. I'm saying, what is wrong with this?
And Lynn, I have trouble accessing the streaming program, and a while back you suggested going to YouTube, and I did that even last week, and I still couldn't get the contemporary service streamed. Suggestions?
What time are you tuning in to do it? Is it right at 11:10?
11:10, yeah.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
is it also on the website?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And can you stream that program on your phone also?
Mhm.
Well, I can't do it on the website. We're streaming live, and I can't do it on last week. Before one time I was able to get it on YouTube. And I know, you know, I'm subscribed to Westminster and it just didn't come up. I don't know.
Did you search in the search in YouTube? It should come in like suggestions
Well,
after you've seen a couple things.
so no, I go to the Westminster channel, right?
Mhm.
And I'm subscribed to that because there's several different Westminsters around the world, but this is the one with the picture of the chapel or the building. And then you know, there's streaming option, but nothing came up.
Weird. Well, and you can also go back and watch archive things for a week. So if you forget or are late. So when you go to the website, you don't see this box with it. It would say contemporary service there and a play button. So if we want to go to watch the contemporary service from last week, now it's playing and you can fast forward to the beginning.
Guitar and accompanying him is
You don't see any of that? Darren?
I'm on the website on my phone. Let me unmute myself. Just
The phone is harder. I would
Yeah.
suggest doing the YouTube and then casting it to the TV.
Lynn,
Yeah.
on the phone, I found out that when you get to the live stream page, the little gray bar, scroll bar on the right disappears, so you can't go down to anything past what just shows. It's happened on a couple people's phones because they keep saying, I say scroll down to see the other service, and it doesn't, you can't. So you almost have to do it on a laptop or a big computer to get a one that isn't the current one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I like YouTube, because it has them a little bit easier, and there's a mobile app for you to find, and then you just pick it, and it should, when it's live, you should see a big live button here, and then you can just click on it and it goes. So, and then you go, oh, this service is live this Wednesday morning, service, and then you just click on it and it plays.
okay.
But-
Well,
Clicking on it and playing. Anyone who didn't get a chance to see Pipes and Strings needs to watch it before it goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
John did a great job. Oh, and Glenn
Oh,
too.
geez.
I was going to say Glenn had a contribution too.
so
I don't know why. I was in the closet doing the camera work, so I was a little.
Good job with that too, Lynn.
Right.
I'm
So
glad
here's a
you, I'm glad you came out of the closet.
I did.
So here's a question with 4 cameras and everything. Is it possible to stream the band practice on Wednesday night so I can play along?
It is, but we don't usually have a camera person come in during the rehearsal.
Well, I'm just saying, could you just, all it would need to be would be a wide shot with the audio.
Right.
I'm not really looking for the close-ups or the cutaways or anything like that, but just being able to hear the music, and I still have access to the practice sheets.
Yeah, because they're all on
Services.
services, yeah.
I would make it a private link though, because I don't want just anybody seeing their rehearsals.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So I can send you a private link to watch.
That'd be
But-
great. That'd be great, because, I'm not, because of COVID, I'm not coming out to the practices or the Sunday services. But it would be great to be able to play along and to hear them, particularly, John's comments about doing this or that.
Mhm.
Stephen,
Yeah.
are you still playing bass?
Fortunately not. The congregation is well off for it.
What do you mean, fortunately not?
We have talented people like you to get me out of the rotation.
Mhm.
My gift is a spectator. I'm an excellent spectator.
No, you're not. You're a congregant. There's a difference. This is not a concert, it's a worship service.
You're
Pardon me.
participating.
What's that?
You're participating. It's a two-way worship experience.
But I'm all by myself.
Uh,
I'm not congregating.
That's okay. You're with us spiritually,
Right.
just remote.
Okay, I feel better now. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and shout out to Nancy last week with the brass. She did great.
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully I'll get a little better. Lynn knows this, but I hadn't played horn for 25 years and I picked it up in February. And in my mind, I thought, well, maybe I'll be good enough to play for Christmas. That was before COVID. Well, then Bob asked me, and I'm not quite ready for prime time, but I appreciate that everybody's so encouraging and forgiving.
What do you
Yeah.
play, Nancy?
Horn, French horn.
French horn. My mother played.
Yeah.
And so does Lynn.
Oh,
So does Don. Pastor Don.
French horn?
Mhm.
How about that?
I played trombone in high school, but in my senior year, I lost my mouthpiece, so I had to stop. It was a short.
Another one, Dan.
It was a
You
short.
know what you're gonna get for Christmas.
No, no way.
about 10 of them.
Probably a set of them, or 3 or 4.
It wasn't my gift. No,
Funny.
we've got a musical congregation. That's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if anybody wants to know, it's Bob's birthday on November 1st, if you want to send him a card.
Right.
Bob.
That's
which-
right.
which
Morris,
Bob? Pardon?
Bob Morris, our choir
Oh,
director,
okay.
music director.
Yeah.
Oh, we thought you were talking about Dr. Young.
Yeah, there's a big inventory of Bobs around here. So you
Oh, that's
gotta
true.
know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Bob Morris.
Any other
I
questions
should
or
have
things?
some. I was trying to think.
Oh, this one is, I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, you can. It's kind of peculiar, which I guess a lot of questions are. But it's about Facebook messaging. And I received a message from someone whose name I recognized and isn't a friend, but the content of the messages didn't make sense as being that person. Can that be a fake, account that's messaging me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it even said, "Oh, text these people, you'll win a prize." I mean, it was really weird. So
No,
I
that's
guess I should
definitely a
tell
phishing.
that person, that friend that I'm not very, very close to, that something's happened and they're using her name.
You can I would let her know and just say, FYI, this happened. Your account wasn't hacked or anything, but just be aware that, so she could maybe, or he can post something to their friends and say, if you get a friend request, it's not for me, or a Facebook message or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you can also block that person as well. So I would block them, so that they're not going around and doing stuff and report to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So they know that this is a problem. It's not the person. So.
Lynn, do you go into the church at all?
Sundays and Wednesdays. I'm going this afternoon too, because I have to film preschool videos, but.
How much is the church being used? Who's going in there and to what extent?
Different staff members are in there, different days. Barb Drain is there almost every day, Monday through Friday, as well as our other secretary. But we're really trying to not have all the staff there at the same time because we want to space it out. So it's kind of like a as needed type thing, but there are some small groups that are meeting at the church now, but they have to schedule it and again, space out and bathrooms and stuff. So
Tuesday, Gabrielle Kimmel wanted me to meet her to work on the tapestry, Sue. And we did have to make an appointment. And when I went in, we had to sign a paper for contact tracing. And there were pens there, clean pens, used pens. I used my own. And we were at opposite ends of the tapestry and just stayed for an hour and a half. For me, it was just trying it out, see how nervous I'd be. But I felt okay. And it was just the two of us and we were there for a short, we even opened the window. So, which took 10 minutes to figure out how.
But worth it.
Yeah.
But the worship band rehearses, every week, so there's people in there every day, but not to the extent that they were pre-COVID.
Lynn, I have a question.
Yeah.
What should one do when you learn that your Facebook account has been hacked?
Hacked, or like what Sue was talking about?
Well, evidently there were some people getting emails or Facebook friend requests from me recently, and I didn't initiate them. So we determined that my account was hacked. What does one do when that happens?
Well, it could be, somebody created another account for you and was asking for friends, which is more likely the case. But if it was hacked and actually your account, the best thing to do is to contact Facebook support and just say, FYI, this happened. I'd have to find the right link to do that and change your password, so that if they try to go in again, they can't get in.
Okay.
Because the only way it was hacked is they got your email, your password somehow. Which is why it's much harder to hack somebody than to just create a fake account for them.
Okay.
Does that answer?
Yep, thanks.
Okay.
So I'm happy to report that I've got my Roku stick operating now, and I'm streaming. And I got to sign up for Hulu TV Live. And then I've already got Netflix and Amazon Prime. And so when that's all signed up, I'm going to cut the cord for cable and send the boxes back.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Unfortunately, we still need a DVR, so we're stuck with cable.
Well, Roku stick has some kind of, I don't know how many hours of DVR recording
Oh,
built in. It's like maybe 50 or maybe more than that. I don't know. I saw it. And the range of programs is just amazing.
You mean because I have cable, I'm regressive? It's not like I shop at a mall, you know?
Hulu Live doesn't have all the channels, so depending on what channels you want, you know, cable's probably, you know, where you need to be.
We don't get good, we're in a spot, we don't get good cell reception here at all. Things come and go, so.
Yeah.
What would
Well,
be
any
my,
more
what are my other choices?
besides cable and streaming?
What
Or
do
just
most of
an
you do? What do most of you do?
Cable.
cable.
Antenna.
Cable and Roku.
Okay.
I'm all
And Lynn, to your point about the channels, we checked out the channels on Hulu Live TV, and all the ones we wanted to watch are there, except maybe we'd have to get a sports package during certain seasons. But
and I find, you know, the programming, I hardly ever watch real TV, but things I do watch is like presidential debates and like Super Bowl and that kind of stuff. And all of that's on YouTube for free at the moment. So I'm sure that will change over time, but so it's another option.
Live?
The YouTube is provided on yours. Which streaming stick do you have?
I don't have a streaming stick.
Oh,
I
you
just
have a
use-
smart TV. Of course you do. Right.
I'm a tech nerd, I'm sorry.
Are you like,
Most new TV
are you like
check.
one of those people who used to be with cars? They had to have a new one every 2 years.
What?
That was the TV. No, I said, are you like those people who used to have a new car every 2 years? You get a new TV every 2 years?
No.
No. No. I'm one of those people that wears things out to the max. With the exception of my iPhone, I'm on the upgrade plan so that I get the newest phone all the time because I want the new camera.
Years
Would you
ago,
have a
You're not going to use any of your DSLRs anymore eventually.
And I'm excited for that.
I got rid of my 93 minivan. So that shows where I am in the food chain.
93, wow.
Impressive. I know we're running out of time. Any other things that we want to discuss?
I usually have something. I don't have it today.
I'll just ask a question. I'm always assuming the answer is no to my questions, but maybe there's some hope. What is it called? Oh, Windows 10 ever going to be free, or like Microsoft Office Suite, blah blah blah, ever going to be free, or is this how they make money? And you're saying no, there's this. Okay. I was hoping.
Not gonna be free.
Okay.
Not going backwards, that's for sure.
It
Mm.
used to be you.
Yeah, now that they have us hooked.
Yeah.
The nice thing is they always update it, so you're always getting the new features, unlike the way it was 10 years ago when you got the new computer and it was that version of Word and you're stuck with it until you get a new computer. So pros and cons.
Thank you. And I was thinking of getting, you know, like a Microsoft, you know, type of computer, not an Apple or so, but I don't know how, I guess I just have to Google how much, how similar like the Word documents and the Access type of programs and all of that are on a Macintosh computer, an Apple computer or laptop. So I'm just, you know, trying to figure out which way to go. Do I keep it mixed up the way I have with one Dell and two Apples, or do I want to try to get everything on?
Computer
Anyway.
stew.
Mhm.
I like having all Apple products because they all sync, but Apple laptops are much more expensive than PCs. So it really depends on what you're looking for and what you want. But Steven's the expert on Windows computers, so he can hook you up with your questions.
You
there.
can use Office,
You don't use Office?
but I can share documents with anybody who wants like a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet. I can give them that format, but I'm not paying for Office.
Mhm.
And I can create a PDF from my word processor. I don't know if you have to pay for that in Office or not. For a while, I know there was no such thing in Word. You couldn't create a PDF. So
So what is your document or what do you call
I
it?
have an Office suite called Libre, Libre
Okay.
Office. It's hefty, but it's free.
Yeah, I have Open Office from Apache.
Uh-huh.
That's
Same
fairly-
concept.
But now that I got my laptop, I'm going to try to do just Google Docs and stuff see if that's going to work.
Not a bad idea. You can interface with a lot of people with Google Docs, but if somebody wants a Word document and isn't into using Google Docs, it's hard to make them happy.
Just export it as a Word document and send it to them.
You
Okay.
can.
You can
Okay.
export it as a PDF or a Word document. That's what I do.
From Google.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I would just send it to Lynn or Steven. That's what I would do. So,
I love Google Docs now, so-
Type it into a text document and we'll format it for you, Dan.
okay.
Yeah. Barb, did you and Gary get your email sorted with emptying your trash?
Did I get my email sorted?
Gary emailed me saying that he couldn't or delete, you guys couldn't delete emails with back mail. No?
No, Gary didn't do that. Gary doesn't do email.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking it was you guys that emailed me, but clearly
Oh.
I'm going insane.
Oh, no, you're not going insane. You're just overwhelmed with tech stuff.
It's been a busy week.
Hmm.
Lynn just upgrades her brain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I need to clone myself.
I guess I got a question. You
Okay.
know, Lynn, that I just got a new laptop and it has Microsoft on it.
Mhm.
How do I bring my Comcast email into it that it's there? That I don't have to go out to the internet and say, find Comcast email?
Do you want to do the mail that's in there, or that's pre-installed, or do you want Outlook?
beats the hell out of me.
Outlook on that computer, I'd say just use the default mail program. What's that called? Is it just mail, Stephen? Or is it got some fancy?
On a Windows 10?
It's an Outlook.
Yeah, it would be Microsoft Outlook. But you can use your Comcast email on that PC. Just open a browser and you should be able to get to it.
Oh, yeah, I can. But I was wondering if there's a way that it will always be there rather than me having to go into the browser and say, go find it.
Well, technically you can do that, but you may not want, I do it, but for security purposes, you may not want to. I do it because I use a VPN. I have a shortcut in my browser so that I can open my email just clicking on it, and I leave it up all the time, and I just X out of the browser instead of logging out of the email. You could go as far as putting a shortcut on your desktop that would go directly to your email.
How do I put
You
a
could also make it your home page. So anytime you open your internet, it goes to your email.
Yeah, you can make it your homepage. Yeah, like Lynn said. That's another option.
Or there's a program on your computer called Mail.
Yeah.
And if you type in the search button, it should ask what email do you want to hook it up to? And you can type in your Comcast login and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And it should sync there.
Fortunately, there are too many options.
Yeah.
I'm happy to show you any of those three options, but it's whatever you want to do, whether you want to go to the internet or if you just want to use a program on the computer.
Okay. All right.
All three are easy to set up. It's easy to do in 5 minutes, but theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
I'd love to stay, but I have to do something for Shelley. It's good to see all of you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Bye.
What is that?
And again, I'm available whenever.
Thank you.
Right now.
Take care.
I'll remember that. Okay.
Oh, I'm mad at you. You haven't called me yet with anything. And you say, oh, I'm going to use Stephen. No. I've given up on you, Dan.
I've had an MS attack in a detached retina, so I've been busy.
Okay. That's true.
Issues. Those are excuses, but they're reasons.
Yeah. They're very good excuses.
Very good excuses.
Yeah.
They're definitely reasons.
But I will be calling you. That's
Okay.
that's the good news and the bad news.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Lynn, about losing minds or whatever, my friends have a wonderful thing they always say to me. If I say, oh, I'm losing my mind, they say, what mind? So it's our thing. I love it.
Or you could get new friends.
That would be more difficult.
Well, Lynn,
Thank
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lynn. Bye.
You.
Next time we'll have some new stuff for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Lynn.
Bless all of you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guys. Barb, do you want to look at your computer or another time?
Oh, no, I'll look at it.
Okay. Dan, I'm kicking you off.
Well, I'm hurt.
I love you, but I'm kicking you off.
I know. I feel the love.